How to manage your boss? Part 3. There are many types of bosses, and it's very uncommon to say I don't have any boss. Like, for example, everybody has somebody in office or somebody at home uh, who says, I'm above you. How do you know that he is above you? Number one, the person can be a male or a female, will overrule you, change your decision, may not agree with your decision, may not follow your decision, and then impose on you. And when I'm late, he or she says, I got a lot of other jobs. When you are late, you are lethargic. When you take more time on your work, uh, the boss may say, you're not efficient. But when he takes more time, he is more what you call as critical, and he is taking care of the smaller mistakes, and then he wants to make sure that everything is right. So there are so many ways a person is viewed as a boss and as a staff. And some bosses shout at their staff. I'm not trying to defend the boss, but those bosses who shout at staff normally don't sack them. And the other way of controlling the staff is uh, like giving them assignments which you don't like, or transferring them to the far off places, or assigning them insignificant work, or cutting back their staff. There are so many ways a boss tries to control the staff. But how do you manage? Okay, so that is what exactly we are we are talking about. How do you manage the staff, boss? Today we are talking about two unusual things about managing the boss. One is get a better job for your boss. I mean, it may look ridiculous, but I will tell you something. Uh, when at one occasion, one of my bosses told me that I have to look for a different job. Then I told him, thank you very much. Then it was his surprise. He asked me, what do you mean by thank you very much? He says, if I leave this job, my next job, I'll get a salary double of this. So I'm glad to leave. The trick for this is that you keep always a job in your trouser pocket of your trousers, and keep your resignation on your shirt pocket. And how do you get it? So it's always better you look for the jobs which will keep you know that what is your market value. And sometimes you may not be able to leave the job or maybe pick up the new job. One time, one of my boss had a problem, and he had to either resign or or he will be sacked. So I suggested him that the job waiting for him. Of course, it was the job which I knew that I could take it up, and I told him that this is an offer, and then you can or take it. He asked me, why did you not take it? He says, I'm comfortable here, that's why I didn't take it up. And what I'm saying is that the same thing happened with one of my staff. When I couldn't take the job, I offered it to my staff, who was very loyal and very hardworking, and he is very happy to take up the job. So it's always better you'll know the opportunities, and if your staff are not eligible to take that good job, then your boss can take the job, or you yourself can take the job, and then say always look out for opportunities. The other one what I was saying is that this may look a little bit unusual, but it's true that saving boss's job. How is it possible? Saving boss's job is like doing his work, and sometimes what happens when you start doing your job earlier than required, then you will be given more work, and that is normally the reward for any person who works hard. So once you get the job, get the work more and more, then sometimes you will be doing the job of your boss also. So when there is a lot on your boss's plate, so by helping him, you are not only learning the skills of the next level, but also you'll be helping your boss. So in fact, this is not a new technique. Most of the Indians do their job and their boss's job also. So that is the way you save the job, or I would call it share the job of your boss. And moral is never reject doing the work of your boss, because you are being groomed for it. And a lot of people they complain that they are overworking, but another thing which I want to just share with you is when you are managing with boss, never complain against your colleagues. And it may look very odd, but many people have this wrong habit of complaining about their colleagues, and don't think that the boss will always believe you, because he may get the input from some other of your colleagues and staff also. Out of jealousy, they may not say good things about you. So whenever you say wrong things about your colleagues to your boss will, instead of believing you, he may suspect you. So that is something which I suggest. Finally, I'll conclude this session of managing a boss with two rules. Number one is, I think probably you must have heard about it, boss is always right. The second one is, when the first one is wrong, go to the rule number one, that is the boss is right. So with this, I'll close the third part of managing the boss, and be happy with whichever you get it. And remember that one of the objectives of life is to learn from everyone whom you meet, and then automatically you have to learn from our boss also. And asking for advice from him is also a best form of appreciating, and that's what my father says. So you can always ask your boss, what is your advice, sir? It is the best thing. And that's it. Tomorrow we'll start with how to manage with your staff. Okay, so this is an excerpt from my book, Sky is the Limit. And I thank all my bosses who have encouraged me, who have trained me, who have in fact even disciplined me. Signing off, Rajsekhar Polaprada.